Hi there, I'm Cher Johnston. Welcome, welcome. This is my happy place. And today I put this here because I don't want to forget to say some things. I'm going to scan this and leave it for you to download on my Ko-fi site. Because I know people always say they don't have nice handwriting. And so I just wrote this out a bunch for you. We're going to work on Um, Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, volume number 2. One of the prompts is a cluster. Well, I got this idea from a lady at Target today. I will insert here a photo of her shirt. I asked her if I could take a picture. She wasn't terribly excited about that, but I took the picture before she could say no. Anyways, I thought it was the cutest thing. It's a red shirt with a white nice list printed on it. I thought that was so cute, and I thought I'll do one for my granddaughter and then or for my grandson Angel. He is a sweet little angel. And then I thought maybe I'd do one that said naughty list for Ariana. I think that'd be funny. So I have here I want to show you this too because I got organized. I have this thing. These are my two pieces that I'm working on with this mesh netting that I can put. Here's my needles. Here's my flosses that I'm using. These are the colors I'm going to use. So I'm going to also go through my box and maybe just not get rid of, but get rid of out of the box some of the things that are in there that I'm decided I'm not going to use. So I have 3 strands. This color is 815, I think. Yes, 815. And these don't have a color. It doesn't say what color it is. So, no, it's kind of red, but it's like a mauve sort of, I don't know. It's a different than a Christmas red. So I'm just going to do this is going to be a really short little tutorial. The first thing I'm going to do are the little heart dots on the, I'm sorry. All right, so a heart stitch. I'm going to go, let me just show you before also on my Ko-fi site, there's a dot grid. And by the way, if someone could please go there and download it, this is an ask for you, my friend Kathy. Download the dot grid and see if it prints out okay. Because I don't know. I suppose I could do it myself, but well, I want to know if it works for you. I also tried to upload everything as JPEG files so that you can edit. So you can make it larger or smaller or whatever. Anyways, this is the dot grid that I'm going to use for this heart. And all you need is this one, this one, this one, and this one. So just those 4. But this is too big. If you go to my Ko-fi site and download the dot grid printable, there is a grid for a smaller heart, not this tiny. But it at least gives you an idea of where your needle goes. So I'm going to go right above that and go in here, and I'm going to go sort of like make a Y out that way. Just a little tiny, because this is going to be tiny. Not too tiny, I guess. So there's the first. You could take a picture, take a screenshot, take a picture. So that's the first um, stitch. Then you pull it, not too tight. Make sure that it's still kind of loopy. And then I'm going to go here to anchor this stitch and back up to the bottom in the same spot, not exactly the same spot, or it could be, you know. There's your second stitch. Take a screenshot. Then I'm going to repeat the first stitch, but this way. I'm going to go in the exact same spot. I'm going to come out here, like even with that one, even this way, and about the same distance out. Now, if you don't have a dot grid, that might be a little hard to do. I've done so many of these that I don't even need a grid anymore. But see that? Take a picture, take a screenshot, whatever. All right. There we go. I don't like it. It's too big. Oh, God. All right. And I'm just going to take that knot out. I think I was trying to do it bigger so you guys could see it. But, you know, we don't have to do that. Oh. By the way, I'm stitching on a piece of, oh, a piece of, it's a vintage handkerchief or something I got from my friend Michelle. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cut it all up. Embroidery floss is not that expensive. Be able to just throw it away. All right. And I'm going to leave all that in the video so that you guys know that I sometimes undo things. Not often, but I do. I do. Oh, so this is a vintage hanky with, and my back it with kitchen towels. They're like cheap flour sack kitchen towels. Okay, this time I'm just going to take like 2 or 3 threads there. Oh yeah, nice. That's a nice. Down to the bottom. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, it needs to be smaller. I think that's about right. There we go. That's nice. All right. Now, lettering, you can always do a stem stitch or a chain stitch, but I want this to be kind of tiny, so I'm going to do a back stitch. So I'm going to go, the first stitch you go forward like that. Then I'm going to go back into where that one came out and go. So I'm going back 1 and forward 2 stitch lengths. And this might look nicer if I just did one strand of embroidery floss, but I don't know how well you could see it on here. Now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go, let me just do a stab stitch here. I'm going to go up 1 stitch length from the bottom there. And then I'm going to turn my work and go back here to the bottom and 1 stitch length away. Okay. You know what I think I'm going to do? I might do, see, that looks more like a running stitch than anything else. So I think I'm just going to run with it. I am definitely going to run with it. I'm going to pretend I was trying to do a running stitch. We're going to whip this stitch. What that means is that I'm going to go with the back end of my needle through there. This would be really cool with red and white. My God, make it look like a candy cane. Oh, ho, ho. I just had a thought. Let's make the front, that N, into a candy cane. Let's do that. Well, heck. So I don't know if it would look better with white stitches whipped with red, or red stitches whipped with white. Let's do white stitches whipped with red. Let's see. This is ecru. This is one of the colors in my selection. My selection is on, I think I showed it in a different video, Elisabetta Sforzo. She's Italian. I'll put a link again to her website. She does the amazing little tiny flowers that I love. I have a book on the way. I'm going to get 3 strands. People say you're supposed to do this one by one. I don't really listen. It's easier sometimes if you do them one by one, but then you have to like put them back together and whatever. And one of my subscribers, hi Susan, wanted to know if I could do if I could show how I did my envelope for my Christmas journal. And I was looking at it and measuring, it's not quite big enough. I've done enough journals now that I kind of know that I like my pockets to be at least 4 by 6 because I put pictures in. I put a lot of photographs in my journals, and so I like the pockets to be big enough for photographs. Does that look like a candy cane? Yeah, it does. It does. All right. Now this time I'll make sure that they're not too close together and not too tight. Let's do one stitch at a time. Sometimes one stitch at a time is better. I'm thinking and not talking. That must be boring for you guys. So, what I'm thinking is that I'm going to turn this into a cluster. I may turn it into a pin for my little granddaughter. Of course, they don't come visit much anymore, so I wonder what that is. Don't know. Don't care. All right. Now I'm going to come back up right where that knot is. And you know what I'm going to do? I actually happen to have, this is a tapestry needle. A tapestry needle is a lot like a chenille needle, but with a blunt end. And I think this is a 22 maybe. Kind of a big fat eye there. But the main thing is the end is blunt. So you saw a YouTuber once who said that she sews with these because you can't really hurt yourself. Well, I think you can hurt yourself with a blunt needle if you try. Okay, wait. This needs to go this way. And then back down here. Kind of like it. Not too sure about it, but I think it's going to get some other stuff. Okay, I'm at 20 minutes. So now I'm going to take, first of all, I want to cut this because that was a tacking stitch. And the rest of this, I didn't mind the tacking stitches. There we go. But I don't need them here. And because, well, yeah. Now I'm just going to go travel, which means I'm going to stitch through stitches on the back, but I don't want that thread sort of hanging. That's enough. I'm going to go here, put in this eye, and I could probably do just one stitch, but I'm going to do two. And I may I might just do this quietly and speed through, because I can do that when I edit later. Otherwise, this might be too long and just boring. Okay, let's do another heart. Kind of feel like I want a smaller needle. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stab stitch this one. So to stab stitch this kind of a stitch, you just hold this loop open and put the needle back up where you want it to come up. I'm going to pull this one a little bit tighter so that I get a smaller heart, a hole. I'm going to go down there and put my thumb in that loop. Then hold the loop and come back up. There, is that right? Yeah, sure. All right. You know what I think I'm going to do with this one? Let's see if you know what I'm going to do here? Of course you don't know what I'm going to do because I haven't told you. I'm going to end this thread off. I'm just going to put a couple stitches in the back so that if I do something I don't like and it gets messed up, I can cut it out and I won't lose what I have. Wow, this is why I don't stitch at night. Not only is it shadows, but I can't see very well. My eyes. What is it about winter time? You know, it gets dark earlier, which I don't like, but and my eyes get kind of funny at night. But in the summertime, it doesn't happen this early. I don't know what it is. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep going off camera. It's because of my stupid eyes. Okay. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this part off camera and then I'll come back tomorrow. I have to decide if I'm going to cut this off or if I'm going to put some lace in there or if I'm going to put another little thing there. I don't know. I haven't decided where I'm going with this. And I need to come back in the morning. All right. I almost finished this completely off camera because I changed my mind about what I'm going to do for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. For my Christmas journal. It is Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, Volume 2. But, and maybe I'll call it that when I'm working on my prompts. And something else. I'm going to do this. I'm doing a heart. Oh, back up. Here's the Y. Burp, burp, burp. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to stab stitch this one. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I finished this. I have this lovely lace that it has pearls. I think it's so cute. And then I took a piece of fabric and I folded it over a pin and I sewed that down. And then I decided it had to have a piece of lace and another heart on the top. So that's where we're at now. Now instead of pulling all the way through, I'm going to pull this up like this, make a loop. I'm going to go inside that loop. Now I'm stab stitching this because there's a lot of layers of fabric there, and I'm having a hard time getting through it. All right, so I'm going to pull very gently now to there. And then back this down. Now, I'm not going to tell you my idea for my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery because, well, it's it's still sort of forming. It's still what do you call it? Percolating. Still in there. I love Christmas. Christmas is so fun. Not as fun as it used to be, but it's still fun. It's fun to think about and mess around with. And so this is going to be a pin. Did I say that already? Like you can. I'm sorry, I just crack myself up sometimes. It's going to be a pin you can pin on your shirt. And I have a feeling if I want to give it to my granddaughter, I might have to make another one. Maybe I'll make one that says naughty list. Oh, all right, come on. There we go. All righty. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, I will iron those out and take a picture for my thumbnail. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.